They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the New Orleans Saints. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, yellow lady. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Over. Topper. Go. Watch twins.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Kill. Mike's 47. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
There's Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Whoa. 57's Mike. Hey, watch the slant. 57.
Now Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Toss play, Kamara. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready. 5-8. Check, 47. Stop your whining. Shift. Kill.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Give me that ball, defense. Tyler, 64. Weak. Give me that ball, defense. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. 47's the mic. 21. Check tight end. 5.
Throwing now is Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
You see me?
Timmy Jernigan providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Now the veteran punter for the Saints, Thomas Morstead, on to punt on 4th down. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here we go.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Boston Scott, his first carry. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Hey, wahoo!
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
Hey, Ford Tokyo! Hey, Echo!
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. All right, here we go.
Begin. Check 52. 12. Kill.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
Go.
Here we go.
Breeze now on 1st down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 22-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Eagles, nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go forward.
On 1st down, Scott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go, here we go. Lady, Corky, 82, Corky.
47's the mic. 47.
Hey, Delta.
Come on, D.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. This is Harris. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Brought down by Nate Gary.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
That's going to be a long day. That's going to be a long 11. 47's the mic, boy. 47. Check, 47. Hey, kill. Whip.
Hey, Foxtrot.
To throw, it's Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Ready. Yellow lady. Check right 47. Watch the run. 5-9. Joker.
22 jet bombers.
Watch out. Slam. Under. Slam.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Easy, opposite.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Timmy Jernigan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Check Mike 47. I'm coming for you. You mine.
47.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Throwing now is Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Here's Wentz to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Jordan, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Cameron Johnston now, standing just outside his own goal line. Harris now to return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Here, 21.
On first down, Breeze. He's got the first down and more past midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Over. Hey, orbit.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Check pass.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
36.
Let's go. Hey, we got
Bravo.
53. Mike, 53. You can't block me. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Watch the twist.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Crayvon LeBlanc with a pick. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
There we go. Back. 280. 46 down, marathon forward. Hey, Bush. Smooth.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Now Scott. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
6-6, pull it high. 2-jet. Hey, Alpha.
To throw, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
4-7's the mic.
Hey, Haywood.
A final shot before half for Wentz. And that is going to be incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. From midfield, here's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously cost them.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 73 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Saints take over. We got this. At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Opposite. 21.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Ready? You ready?
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
Kill. Check. Check, 47. Hey, Zoo. Pass. Hey, check. Sammy. Check line 47. I'm going to come back to you. Shoot. What?
Breeze to throw on second down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check, nickel. Kill.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. With it is Jackson. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Hey, Wahoo!
33-yard line.
47's the mic. Hey, watch your leg.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz looking deep for his tight end Ertz. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Ready. Yellow lady. Yeah. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. Check. Deuce.
A give to Kamara running right. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ready. 95-56. Here we go.
From the 41, Breeze. They complete it to Hill. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Breeze to throw. Again has it complete. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Ready. Yellow waiting. I hope you brought your luck because I'm about to take you to school. Hey, kill. Check 31. Switch. Under. Check 3.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On first down, Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz, space to maneuver at the 40. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, Delta. Watch your slap.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jake. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 34. Again, it's Wentz. to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Yeah, let's get that back. Kill. Switch. Kill.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Dancing to his left. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Eagles are in for 6.
Well, that was not quite the holy roller, partner. That was San Diego, Oakland. You might remember that in 1978, right? Kenny Stabler, forward fumble. Dave Casper falls on the end zone. Oakland beats him on the last play of the game. But that was a live football. And what a nice job he did to fall in the end zone. And yes, indeed, folks, that's a touchdown.
By the way, John Madden was coaching in that holy roller game, wasn't he?
He certainly was, and he wanted to make sure that the call went his team's way, was out on the field, and was told, yes, it's a touchdown. Now get back on the sidelines.
The Saints take over.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
All day, every kill. 13. Mike's 47. Mike's. Hey, Steve 6.
Now Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here is incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Great 15.
We got to step it up.
Hey, high 7. Check Mike 54.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
47 to Mike, boy, 47.
Wentz going to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 34. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike's 47.
Hey, Orbit. You got
Wentz to throw again. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz. He scored on the ground and through the air. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They're going to try and run for it, but he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The run there on 1st down gets them a yard to the 26. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all game. Whoa! Let's get it. Ready.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check, check, check.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Let's pick it
Bravo.
up. Guys, let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. 47 mic. 47.
On 2nd and 9. Breeze. And this is Cook with the grab. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Ready.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Hey, check 24. Check.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
At the 38-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Man, I got you.
61, match box, lights.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. Kill. 36.
Now.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots. And that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked.
Ready. 5'9". 53 to Mike. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. Check 4.
Check 50, check 50.
On first down, Murray. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Ready.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Mike, 53.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
Drew Brees with a kneel down, and that ought to do it. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it was a game where they got out to a pretty good-sized lead, and then they had to hang on for dear life at the end.
Not exactly how you would draw it up. You would continue to score and find ways to keep your lead pretty well throughout the game. But they did find a way to win, as you noted. Hung on at the end as the big rush came at them. Fortunately enough, they put enough points on the board to have enough of a cushion that they're able to survive what happened in the fourth quarter.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Philly.